So we are starting a new process, and you're going to, I hope, be excited about it. Um, we have ordered 50 new tablets, not Samsung, because I know we all love Samsung. Sorry about that. Um, no, we ordered 50 new Lenovo tablets for teachers. Um, but here's the thing, I've realized that not everybody uses a tablet because it just doesn't work in your classroom. So we don't want to just hand them out to everybody and say, okay, you have to use this whenever you don't need it for anything. So you are going to, if you want to teach your tablet, you will have to fill out an application, quote unquote, basically a form. And on that form, it's going to ask you certain questions about blended learning with the technology and everything. And I'll show you that in just a little bit. But one of the big misconceptions could be that this is part of the foundation grant. It's not a grant. You're not getting money and then going and buying it. We actually have it all there, ready to go. You just have to tell us that you want it and what you're going to use it for. It's not just for a tablet. So let's say your Samsung tablet is working great. Then you can keep that and you can just apply for a stage to put like a little stand to put your tablet on and use it as a document camera with the Chromecast. Um, you can just get the Chromecast. You can just get that stage. Kind of depends on what you're wanting to use it for in your classroom. But let's get to it. So to find the application, just go to anahuacisd.net, go to staff, and then slide on down to all staff resources. Then over here on the left-hand side, scroll all the way down until you get to the Innovative Learning website. And now, if you've ever come to this, you'll notice that this is new. It says applications, and it brings you to this website or this page. This tells you what you can apply for, and then down here are some different resources for it that you might have to look up what the blended learning looks like, the type of blended learning, what it looks like. You might have to look up Bloom's taxonomy, a new system called Pager, different things like that. So I gave you some good resources. But here's the application, and here's what it looks like. You can do one of two things. The first thing you can do is you can open with Google Docs. Okay, and then you can fill it out that way and just share it with me. Or you can download it to your computer. It's right here. And whenever you open it, it opens it in a Word form. Enable editing. And then you'll actually be able to come here and choose an item. You can choose what you're going to actually apply for this way. And then down here, so it asks you at the beginning some pretty basic information. Even these two are pretty basic. And then how are you going to use it to let your students collaborate, to assess your students, and teach across the disciplines? And then after you answer those questions, the next part is a blended learning lesson. Now, this might be a blended learning lesson that you do use in your classroom, or one that later on you decide, you know what, this isn't going to work. I'm not going to hold you to you doing this lesson. But type a blended learning lesson. Sorry about that. Tell me what kind it is. Is it a station rotation? Is it a flex model? Enriched virtual model? This is where you might have to use some of those resources to look up what does this look like compared to all the others. And then you can actually choose it here. What is the objective? I want it to be very specific to your TEKS. Learners, what kind of background knowledge are these kids going to need, or what kind do they already have? Cultural background. Tell me about your students and what they're going to need for this lesson. Then pre-class independent activity. Answer some questions about that. The collaborative activity, to where you have your kids work together. And then I need to know the lesson. Tell me what you're going to actually do in your class. Make sure I can walk in your class as a sub and be able to follow what's going on. answer some other questions, and then it asks you about the pager system. Now, the pager system is basically, it falls right into T-tests, um, but it deals with your technology use. And here's a really good website that you can go to learn about that. You can choose that item there. Post lesson, what's going to happen, and then assessment. And once you're done with that, you can go to File, Save and Send, and then you can send it as an attachment that way to me. This is not you have until this date to fill it out. It's ongoing. And if these 50 work wonderfully and we come into some good money, then we'll order more and we'll keep this open. Pretty much first come, first serve. I will look at your applications just to make sure that you filled it out correctly and that I can understand that lesson and that you understand blended learning and that you will use this technology appropriately. But I'm going to grade it on a rubric, and if you meet all the qualifications, then then you're going to be able to get that technology if we have any left. So just make sure you get it done quickly but accurately and correctly. And then if you have any questions with it, just let me know, and I can either help you over email, help you over phone, or even come meet with you to help you out with it. So just let me know.